And now I'll call on Mrs. Lee from Pennsylvania for your line of questions for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My Republican colleagues on this committee have held hearing after hearing and introduced bill after bill benefiting employers and their profits at the direct expense of workers' rights and workers' ability to meet their basic needs. And here we are again with another hearing about how to further undermine workers by limiting their ability to make claim to the retirement benefits that they are legally entitled to. My Republican colleagues have referred to workers' ERISA lawsuits as frivolous. But with an administration that has shown complete disregard for worker protections, from undercutting the Employee Benefits Security Administration to trying to eliminate the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau altogether, how can we call workers who are using what little resources and recourse they have left to address valid complaints about excessive fees or questionable pension investments frivolous? With an administration that issued an executive order to facilitate 401k investments in private equity and cryptocurrency, it's hard to believe that workers might be facing real issues with their retirement funds caught up in risky investment options. I don't think it is. It's the very people waging the attacks on workers who are alleging that workers are complaining too much about being attacked. And they would have us believe that it's the volume of the complaints that we need to address, not the fundamental attacks that they're facing. Despite the fact that the volume isn't even high, with about 100 class action lawsuits a year for over 800,000 ERISA-covered retirement plans, workers' concerns are very real. Yet the significant harms to workers posed by high fees, by fiduciary breaches, are completely absent from Republican talking points. Instead, the focus is solely on the alleged harm being done to big corporations, the health insurance companies, and corporate defense attorneys. Mr. Rivera, in your experience with ERISA lawsuits, are the corporations being sued suffering more than the workers and senior citizens who are suing them?
No, clearly we're talking about the brunt of the challenges here falling upon beneficiaries and retirees. They bring the cases because they have obviously a deep stake in their financial future. This is about the people at the end of the day. They need the lawyers to access the system because that is the tool that they have that Congress has created to ensure that fiduciary duties are enforced and honored, and as a way to get behavior change when organizations do the wrong thing.
So when a class action lawsuit has been successful, what has it meant for the workers and the senior citizens who are part of the suits?
Lower fees, better investment choices, among other things, being able to reduce the cost of different kinds of investment, greater practices internally with respect to due diligence, to competitive bidding for the services that they need, all of the things that have helped to make the process better and safer for retirees and savers.
Thank you. So the real story here is that when workers and senior citizens experience very real harms to their retirement savings, the ability to exercise their legal rights can be the difference between retirement security or financial ruin. But instead of focusing on how to protect workers and senior citizens' rights, especially from an administration working to undermine them, we have Republicans and our allies in business pushing to overturn a unanimous Supreme Court decision to make it even harder for the workers to exercise their legal rights under ERISA. Mr. Rivera, should the folks who AARP represents, the 100 million Americans who are at least 50 years old, feel secure about their retirement prospects with the direction that the administration and the Republicans are taking us in?
Well, it's very clear that the people who have retirement savings, workers, future beneficiaries, retirees, need to have every tool available to them, including access to the courts, to be able to make sure that their hard-earned savings are well protected and that they can have as much trust in their fiduciaries as possible.
So maybe. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your testimony. Republicans already passed the largest cuts to SNAP to Medicaid in history, and now it's clear that they want to go after folks' retirement benefits too, and that is a deep concern. We all have senior citizens in our lives, and one day we too will be retiring, and we want to know that we can do that with dignity, and we can do it without financial ruin. Americans work a lifetime to earn the right to retire with that, and we must do everything in our power to protect it. So I thank you all so much, and I yield back.